When I started wanting to pursue acting more seriously and take classes, so many of my friends recommended Tina. This is probably about the 5th acting course that I've taken, and a lot of coaches, when I take shortcuts and they say, you know, just feel this and act out the lines this way. And Tina, it's so much harder, but it is such better and deeper work. There's like everybody else is like eating M&Ms, and Tina is handing you a filet mignon, and she's teaching you how to cut with a knife and fork, and so it's worth it. It's hard work, but it's worth it.
I think there is a connotation that method acting can make you crazy, but Tina goes about it in a really healthy way, and in a way that is about having artistic integrity. So it's always a safe place to grow and to learn and become.
Well, this was our 2nd annual NSMA workshop at the same place at the studio, but it was a whole lot different this year. It was double the capacity of students, and I brought in some guest speakers, and it was absolutely phenomenal. The purpose of the workshop is, this is my online classes, so this is a chance for students from all over the country to come in and actually meet each other in person, and we get to spend the 2 days together, just taking everything that we've been training through the year and bring it to the live workshop.
This is my favorite acting class, my best acting class, because Tina hasn't just read the books by the great ones, but she's studied under them in New York, and she's been there, and so you get all that with her.
She's not a teacher who just trained at a side studio. She trained with Uta Hagen directly. So for people that don't know, that's one of the founders of the theater as we know it in America. She trained directly under some of the greats. And so you can't get any better than that. I mean, you really can't. So I tell everybody, try it. And this is the other thing I would say, don't try it for 2 weeks. You've got to stick it out. Even if you're uncomfortable, even if you don't think what she's saying is, you may think she is crazy, just try it. And film yourself and see the difference.
Also with Tina's experience, wow, she's like learned with the masters in New York. She's worked with famous actors. She's done a lot. She brings a lot to the table. These students are very blessed to have somebody of her caliber teaching them. And I love how she teaches from how do you get warmed up, how do you relax, how do you get into it, and then the specifics of what you do. How do you build your character? What do you think through? And I also appreciate how she brings in outside people as well to kind of round it out.
But I encourage all of you to stay focused.
One of the greatest gifts about working with Tina is that her heart is for you to succeed. And to have somebody like that be an advocate for you, to have somebody like that who's really going to champion things for you. So I think that the fact that Tina has brought in Beverly for you guys and really given you that insight to what the casting director is thinking, what the director is thinking, what they want from you, and to understand that we really want you to succeed more than anything, that is our desire, then it takes a lot of the pressure off. And so it's really good that you find people like Tina that can pour into you, that can really be encouragers to you, can edify you, and speak into your talent and gifts.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for actors who get that training to be able to understand how you take that and you go deeper and deeper and deeper to the point where you're creating these characters that are so rich and have so many layers and are complex. Even if the scene itself is simple, you as a person are bringing layers and life to it.
And then that's what I love about what people like Tina do. They're using that opportunity to be there for people, walk with them. And it's not an easy thing, right? Like you're having to see people where they're at, and then also being able to have that vision and that foresight to be like, I know where I can help mold this person into.
We do have actors of all levels, but they're very serious about their craft, and so they continue to stay on and grow in their craft, because I do teach under the Stanislavski system, so it is a system. There's going to be different levels that you continue to grow in.
So that was another thing that drew me to the school is just being able to have and being confident in a process, in approach to acting. Because I think, again, going back to that confidence, and somebody said it in the workshop, we're not confident because we're not prepared. And I want to feel 110% prepared, right? When I go into an audition or when I do a self-tape even, I want to feel as ready as I will ever be and on point and ready to do the audition as best as I can possibly do it.
And even after the audition, one of the writers came out and said, "You gave us the most realistic and non-theatrical performance." And I said, that means a lot, because that's exactly how I've been training with NSMA.
I watched them drag my children. I just have not worked with someone who I have seen care so deeply about each and every student. It's not like she's picking a couple people she cares about. I mean, she literally cares about everybody and she goes to bat for everybody. And that shocks me. Like, it shocks, I guess it shouldn't, but it just shocks me because I know that there are people who give acting classes because it's part of their earning their income, right? It doesn't feel that way to me. Yes, I pay for the class, but I feel like I get more than just the class, because if I had a question for her, I know she would be there for me and she would go to bat.
If you're new, if you don't know anything about the school, reach out. There's some amazing people here. This year, this is gonna keep growing. So if you are the least bit curious, get involved now while you still can, while you can still secure a spot. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the new faces that come by.